The Mystery of the Gym Closet. Part 1. A Dark Day. It was a dark day. The clouds covered the sky like a sheet, and the sun was dimmed. Paige walked through the school gym alone when suddenly the lights went out. She stops for a moment and thought, "Who turned off the lights?" She looked around the dark gym and didn't see anyone. Then she heard the sound of the gym closet door creak open just a few feet away from her. A voice came from the closet that Paige couldn't make out. She was scared, but her curiosity did not stop her from stepping towards the door. With each step, the door opened just a little bit more. The moment she reached the door, it swung all the way open, and she let out a gasp. A basketball rolled out from the shadows of the closet, and a voice from inside said, "My basketball." The voice was that of a young girl. Paige froze, but her eyes glanced down at the basketball that rolled to her feet. She then picked it up. "My basketball," the voice said. "Give it back." The voice said this lightly, as if it said it with a smile. Paige wanted to roll the ball back, but she became too afraid to move. "Give it back," the voice said again. Paige's heart began to race, and her hands began to sweat. "Give me my basketball," the voice demanded, as a gush of wind blew from the closet and blew Paige's hair back. The wind smelled strange, like chicken nuggets, but Paige was too frightened to consider the smell. She screamed, dropped the basketball, and ran straight towards the gym door exits. She left the gym and bumped into her third-grade teacher, Mrs. Etner. Paige tried to explain what happened as tears ran down her face, but she could barely let out a full sentence. Mrs. Etner was confused and assumed Paige was scared after the lights went out. "Oh, Paige, the lights went out in the whole school. I know how scary that can be. Let's go back to the classroom now," Mrs. Etner said. Paige would not forget what she had just encountered at the gym closet, and she wondered what it could be. Part 2. The Second Encounter. The incident with the gym closet happened in the second quarter of the school year. It was now the third quarter. The only reason Paige was in the gym alone at all was because it was her turn to bring yummy treats down to the preschoolers. The preschool hallway was on the other side of the school, and the only way that a person could get there was by passing through the gym. Today, it was Paige's turn yet again to bring the treats down. She brought a whole tray of cookies down to the preschool hallway, and when she stepped back into the gym to pass through, the lights went out. Paige's heart sunk, but she said, "I'm not scared." She looked at the closet door, which was not moving at all, and said, "I'm not scared of you." The door did not move, and no sound came from the closet. Paige took a breath and turned her back to the door. She was about to walk away when she heard it creak open behind her. "Where are you going? This time you can play with my basketball if you want," the voice said. Paige did not turn around, and she started to walk away towards the gym door exit. "I'm not scared of you," she said, but the voice persisted. "Please come back and play with me. I didn't mean to scare you." Paige continued to walk towards the exit, her hand gently shaking as she tried to be brave. "Come back. I won't scare you again," the voice pleaded. Paige began to breathe more quickly and heavily until she finally yelled out, "I told you I'm not scared!" Paige still had her back to the gym closet, and everything went quiet. Paige was confused and thought, "I should just leave now. Here's my chance." But her curiosity spiked again, and she slowly looked back at the gym closet. The moment she turned to look, she screamed and ran out of the gym. What Paige saw that day would lead her one step closer to figuring out the mystery of the gym closet. Part 3. Art Class. It was the beginning of March, and Paige's third-grade class was drawing pictures in art class. Paige used her crayons to illustrate a picture of the gym closet. There were 2 closet doors, but one was opened and one was closed. Each door had a small window just above the middle of the doors. The open door had a basketball in its opening, and the closed door had a pair of eyes peering through the small window with darkness surrounding the eyes. Her classmate sitting next to her, Maggie, looked at Paige's picture and said, "That's kind of an interesting picture, Paige." Paige was caught off guard by her comment and said, Yeah, it is. Thanks, Maggie." The picture made Paige feel afraid. Looking at the eyes gave Paige a small shiver of fear that she could feel go down her back. Paige wondered if Maggie thought the picture was scary too. Paige then glanced over at Maggie's picture. As she looked at Maggie's picture, Paige's stomach dropped a little bit. It was a similar feeling to when she was scared in the gym. "Your picture is interesting too, Maggie," Paige said slowly. Paige was about to ask Maggie a question when all of a sudden, the school bell rang. It was time to leave art class, and Paige decided that maybe it was best to ignore what she was feeling. But Paige was a curious girl. Part 4. The Letter. Later that same week, the third grade had PE class. They did all of their activities in the gym where Paige encountered the mysterious closet. The closet door was closed shut. She was never too worried that anything would ever happen in class, and at least her classmates were there with her. But today, there was what appeared to be a letter on the floor next to the gym closet. Paige picked it up, and it read, "Do you know Maggie too?" Paige then heard the doorknob of the gym closet door move, and when she looked, Mr. Alfaro, Paige's PE teacher, blew his whistle and said, "Go get a drink of water, everyone." "Paige, what's that in your hand?" "Oh, it's just something I found on the floor," Paige replied nervously. Well, you can put it in the trash can in the corner of the gym if it's garbage," Mr. Alfaro said. He walked back to check on the rest of the class in the hallway getting drinks of water. Paige turned to go throw out the piece of paper when she realized something was moving in the corner of her eye. The gym closet door was wide open, and a basketball was bouncing by itself. A small voice of laughter came from the closet. It was the same voice from before. Paige had that sinking feeling inside again, but this time it was because she remembered Maggie's picture from art class. The picture was of the gym doors, just like Paige's picture, but in Maggie's picture, a basketball was floating in midair in the doorway, as if it were bouncing. Paige was frightened, but her classmates started to come back into the gym, and that's when the basketball immediately stopped bouncing. Maggie was the first classmate to walk back into the gym, and she froze when she saw the basketball in the doorway. Paige and Maggie looked at each other. "So, you do know too after all, Paige," Maggie said.